Hey everyone, it's me Emily and I'm back with another video for all of you, and today I'm going to be doing the 23 books that I need to read in 2023. And yes, I know it is March and I have read quite a lot of books already this year, but I saw Joel post late, so I decided I'm going to post late as well because it doesn't matter, you know, it's fine. So I'm back with the 23 reads that I need to read in 2023. So let's just get into it because 23 books is quite a lot of books. So I've actually already read one book already, so I just added another book to this because I can read 23 books this year. So first off, we're going to start with this duology. It's The Mask of Mirrors and The Liar's Knot by M.A. Carrick, and I won't lie, I don't 100% know what the series is about, but they're really chunky books and they're like fantasy books, so I guess like you imagine like Masquerade, Circusy, like thematic books like that, and it sounds really good and they're literally so pretty. And Orbit sent me the first one a few years ago. I haven't picked up. It's one of them books that they look chunky and they look scary, but I know once I get into it I'm gonna love it. I just need to get into it. So I don't know if this is a duology or a trilogy or what, but I've got the first two books, so I just need to pick these up properly and read. And for all these books, if I don't read them this year, they're gonna go. They're not actually, but they're gonna go, you know? So next up we've got The Final Empire, which is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy. 6 books. I honestly cannot tell you. Everyone's told me this book actually is, when you read it, like the words are quite chunky, I guess. They say that you actually flies through it, and I've wanted to read this for so long. Like, no one understands how long I wanted to read this series. Like, I used to watch Poland Banana Books on here and she raved about the series. I just never picked it up because I was scared, but now I own it. I know I own the trilogy, so I have to read it. And I love Starsight by Brandon Sanderson, like his sci-fi series. So good. So I know I'm gonna love it, but I'm just scared because why are they all chunky? Stressful. One that I think people are gonna judge me for. This is Red, White and Royal Blue by obviously Casey McQuiston. I've read her other 2 books, guys, and I own this. I don't know how long I've had this for, but I'm pretty sure, yep, someone sent it to me from my Amazon wishlist. But why did I not read this? Why have I not read this yet? Like, I kind of know what it's about and I'm like, I've not been in the mood for like YA romances for a while, but I don't think this is YA. I think it's adult. I think it's spicy. Okay, here's an oldie. This is Half-Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this is my type of book. So it's like a Percy Jackson type-esque book, but not really. Like, he's really into like Greek mythology books right now, or just like books like this where they're like kind of like godlike people involved in the world. I really like this cover, and I know the other covers are on Amazon like this. Next up is The Never Tilting World, and this sounds so good, like so good. It's sci-fi and I like a good space opera type book. I really enjoy them. I think they're super fun and interesting. It's even worse, my friend Daisy sent me this and I've not picked it up yet. I've literally not picked it up. I'm actually the worst. I haven't read any of her books yet, this author like Rin, but I want to, but I just haven't. We have A Thousand Splendid Suns, and this is gonna make me cry, and I know it's gonna make me cry, but I just don't want to read it, guys. I don't want to be hurt. But I've heard his writing is phenomenal, and I think my mum's read this book and I want to read it. And I also want to read obviously his other ones like Kite Runner and then The Mountains Echoed, The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. And obviously we all know she's got another book out this year already, A Day of Fallen Night. Have I read it? No. Do I own it? Yes. Do I even own the arc of it? Yes. Yes, I do. Am I atrocious? Yes. So this is The Bone Season. This is her other series. I think it's a 6-book series actually. I think the 4th book's already out. Season sounds really good, set in London because obviously your gal's from the outskirts of London, but I spend majority of my time in London. Like, I know it's like the back of my hand, so I know I'm gonna love this. I just need to read this. Please someone convince me to read this like soon, because look at it. It's just pretty. Like, I love it. So we've got The Wicked Deep by Shia Earnshaw. Irish name I don't really know, but I can't pronounce names. But this is like mystery fantasy type of book. I've written another book, this author, and it sounds really good as well. Have I picked it up? No. I've owned this for so long as well. I've actually owned some of these books for like maybe 3 years. There is books in that pile that I've owned longer, but 3 years, guys. Next up is Aristotle and Dante, Discover the Secrets of the Universe. I've heard phenomenal things about this book. I've only heard good things about this book, and the fact that I've not yet read it is kind of shocking. This year, come on, I can do this. Next book is Cries War, and I really want to read this. It's the same like type of plasticky cover, but I want to pick this up soon because it sounds so good. Sapphic, it's about robots, I think, a normal person and a part robot person, and I know I'm gonna enjoy it, but why have I not picked it up? I've got a sequel to a series. This is The Merciless Ones. This is the sequel to The Gilded Ones. I don't know if this is a trilogy or a duology, but Sprayed Edges is really pretty. I adored the first book. Like, I actually loved it so much. I don't know why I haven't picked this up. Like, I know I loved it, but what's wrong with me, guys? I just don't pick up the books I know I'm gonna like. I have got this thing about completing series. I don't like doing it. So then we've had another book I've had for literally ages, which is Chosen One by Veronica Roth, and I love Veronica Roth's writing. Like, obviously back in the day, Divergent, I loved it, guys. I did. I loved her other duology, Carve the Mark. So good. I think people don't, I think it's very underrated. Most people don't like it, but I love it. It's about superheroes who've lost their powers, or like the world's saved and they don't really know what to do now. And it sounds good. I'm gonna like it, but it's not even big. Like, I don't know why I haven't picked this up. By Kirsten White. This is the second book and third book in the trilogy of the Anti-Darken books, obviously. I read the first book, I loved it. It's like historical fiction based in like when the Ottoman Empire was at its peak. Really enjoyed it. It's not fantasy, it's nothing like that. It's just about a girl who's been wronged, who's like a badass, who's like wants power but she obviously can't have it. It sounds really good and I've just been putting them off. Up is A Sky Beyond the Storm, and this is obviously I've been putting this off. Come on, guys. So this is obviously the fourth book in the Ember and the Ashes quartet, and you know, I just love that quartet. I know someone's gonna die. Like, come on, how are they not gonna die? And I'm scared. Like, I'm so scared. I can't. We have another second book to finish a duology, which is We Free the Scars. I read We Hunt the Flame like 3 years ago, before Book Talk was big, and I loved it. I have the OG cover, the American cover. I don't get the new cover that matches. I have the OG cover, but I love this. But look how chunky it is. And I love the world, so I don't know why I'm not reading it, but look, it's chunky. And it's scary, but I know I'm gonna love this, so please, people, you have to convince me to read these books and pick them up. This is a first and second book in a trilogy. This is the Queen of the Turling. So I bought these years ago and I got them from Depop. So they've been read already, they're pre-loved, because I like to do that. I like pre-loved books, come on. I do like a good new book, but pre-loved books are really good, especially if it's like a series I'm not too sure about. But I've heard really good things about this and I just haven't picked them up yet. Do you love the Hunger Games? Yeah. Love a bit of Game of Thrones, you're gonna like this. This is all me. They look like proper good fantasies. Like, this is a fantasy book that you'd expect to see on a shelf, you know? I'm coming in yet again strong with another book that I've not read in a duology. This is Vengeful by V. Schwab, and it's chunky, but I adored Vicious. Vicious literally was my favourite book by her. Everyone loves Addie LaRue. Addie LaRue is, yep, Vicious. Oh, morally grey characters. Sign me right up. I love that. Vicious was so good, so I know I'm gonna like Vengeful, because it's like the same characters, I think, but there's like some new additions like to the group. Next up we've got this Woven Kingdom by Tira Murphy, and I've read Shatter Me. I've read all the Shatter Me's besides one novella, so it's not actually that bad. But this is beautiful. I've heard phenomenal things about this, especially because the second book, These Infinite Threads, is out, and I've heard such good things about that as well. Like, I want to read it. I know I'm gonna love it. Like, come on. Actually, I might pick it for my next Fable book club pick, because come on, guys, okay, I picked it. I've decided this was gonna be April's read. Main trilogy that I plan to read in 2023 / I've got to read in 2023, called A Dark Shade of Magic trilogy, because I've had these for so long. So I've read A Dark Shade of Magic, adored it, so I've got to read A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light. I got these from Depop, guys, and they're all signed. Don't mind if I do. I've had these for a few years and I've heard good things, but I think it's one of the books I know I'm gonna love this series, but I can't. So yeah, convince me what book I should read first out of this 23 books. What's your favorite? Like, I just need to know these things, and like always, please like, share and subscribe. It means a lot. And yeah, I'll see you all again next week. Bye.